Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Metro Prime 2 Echoes Randomizer Metro Tournament 2025. We got Rico versus Steve. Our mentors are Ivy Paw and Soaring Wyvern. Runners Agreements are new patcher plus multiplayer items. This is a reed seed, so you know we're going to get something fun. I'm Dreyfus. I'm joined by Nye. Hello, Nye. Welcome.
Hello, hello.
Okay.
Read seeds are always fun, but every TO has that curse effect.
Apparently, yeah. Even Aaron's been rolling some stinkers, too.
Is that the Reeds has been particularly prominent
Yeah.
throughout the entire tournament so far.
I don't know why. Like, I'm just like, oh, come on, you guys. It's randomizer. You know, it's... Then Reed just somehow exceeds my expectations. Like, of course.
That's Reed for you.
Yeah.
Always
I'm like,
going
come on, you
above
guys.
and
That's a
beyond.
super. It's a superstition. Come on, don't be ridiculous. I am converted. I am now converted. Oh boy. Here we go. All right.
Alright, here we go.
What abomination is main energy controller hint gonna tell us? I think last time it was Tumos required, I believe. No, that was a later hint, but all right. Ammo.
Here we go. I don't know. The hint says Emerald and GFMC.
Now is that on the ship or in the box?
That is, yeah, that's the big issue here.
Yeah. Won't really know. We just have to do the Albert and the Bertlings. So we start, ideally, you scan the gates and then you go in. Yep.
Yeah. There's the man up here with the splinters. Turns out that if you continually dash to one side, the splinters will just group up in the center and keep pivoting. Just not attack, not move, just punch up, allowing you to splash them with charge.
Kind of had a little bit of that on Steve's side, but I didn't think he was doing it fast enough.
So what I'm guessing is Emerald being hinted this early feels like it's going to be available nearly immediately. So either we will find bombs soon, or we will find something that lets us into the FMC and it's in the crate directly without having to go through Jump Guardian.
We are new patchers, so GFMC is going to require, at least the box is going to require power arms or screw attack to space jump. So... But yeah, here this is kind of the unfortunate thing about starting in main energy control. You just have to do this fight with, and if you're blessed, then you get a power bomb expansion, and this is a breeze. But missile is also nice too. But unfortunately, we just have the charge beam. Okay, Albert, what do you have for us? Because we need missiles, space jump, screw attack, or bombs to progress.
Missile.
Okay. Just a missile for now.
But just an expansion. This means something major is in the Aegon elevator.
Yep. It has to be.
Alright, what's above us? Ooh, that's a bowl. Don't know if it's boost or cannon. It is boost.
Okay. Does that do anything for us? No, not yet. Not until we get further into the game, right?
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for us.
If we get space jump, it opens up command center.
It's not logical to get it with space jump.
Is it? I thought it was beginner to get that item with space jump.
No, it's intermediate.
Wow, okay.
So what I'm guessing here is oh, is that Dark Beam? I think that's Dark Beam.
Okay. Both players looking at it intently. There's a little bit shining on it.
No, that's the Dark Ammo expansion.
That's ammo, yeah. Okay.
Yes, is Steve saying to also want to figure it out? Yes.
The joys of playing on emulator in 4K. You can actually see what items are. Oh boy, okay. Transportation.
I mean, I play on emulator, Drake, yet I still play on native resolution.
1080. At least 1080 like is nice, but like.
No. GameCube
Oh,
feet.
ew. Oh, dude, bro, that's that's cursed. That's cursed, dude.
It's better.
Okay, okay, sure. I will not have this argument with you because. Okay.
No, there's a gimmick with life support system in a Curse League. There's a gimmick with resolution on Dolphin in this game because I'm pretty sure you have seen that bug where you try to scan something and Samus just does a 180, scans whatever is directly behind her.
Oh, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's a bug of Dolphin's resolution. Turns out that this game uses the rendered screen to figure out what things are scannable, which is also why you can scan things through tunnels, and it gives you so much trouble, specifically on Dolphin.
One room
Nice
away
power
from
bumps,
Tempor.
so we can't go into Mining Plaza.
Wait, one room away from Space Jump is one room away from Transport A access. What?
No,
Oh,
Temple
Temple
Transport
Transport
A.
A. Oh,
It's
okay, okay.
under the save station,
Okay, all right.
which means Emerald's on the ground. Yeah, but as where I left, I think I left. Oh yeah, Echoes uses the render screen to figure out what things are scannable, rather than actually using any more recent algorithm like
Path tracing or
raycasting.
something? Yeah, raycasting. Yeah.
So when you change the resolution in Dolphin, that kind of breaks that. And it turns out that even resolutions really mess with how the rendered screen reads to the game, and it turns out that it just tries to get the incorrect object to scan.
Okay.
It's also why, for example, on higher resolutions, it's harder to actually accurately aim to scan things. It's the exact same reason.
Good to know. I'm still gonna play on 4K. I do not. I'm still playing on high res. Like this is, I would like to see things. I would like to see things.
I won't stop you. Okay, Dark King and Key 2 here.
Well, this probably means that Emerald is boxed.
It has to be at this point, because otherwise we'd need Space Jump to get on top of the ship.
Yep.
So, and we can't have that.
Unless it's just right here. Or no, it's here. Okay.
No.
Oh no, wait.
We know that Emerald's in
unless
the
something else
FFC.
is here. Like, what else? What else could it be? Like, if Emerald's not here, what can it be? I don't think it can be anything. Bomb?
Nothing, because Emerald is locking. Emerald is locking one of the ways into GFMC, and the other one is this. So Emerald cannot be top of ship in any case. Just need Dark Visor Seekers then to get it logically? No, because there's an Emerald Gate before that.
Mm-hmm.
You need Emerald to go that way. So
Okay.
there it is. Okay. Looks like Steve is going around, not taking the time to read the hint in Fortress Transferred Access.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yep.
I think you.
Nope, wait.
Do that.
Hold on.
Yep, forgot. Yeah. Okay, good.
Forgot.
Tunnel visioned onto the cannon. Because we
It's
don't
so
want to do the
rare
slope
to
jump.
see that cannon.
Yeah.
Oh, but that might
The
be
slope jump
just
is a
me
little
because
tricky.
I never use it.
Slope jump is a little tricky.
There's multiple slope jumps,
Yeah.
and one of them is really easy. Okay, let's see. Screw attack up to 3 rooms away from Diagon Waste, transfer to Temple Grounds. That's Hive Chamber B. No, wait, Aegon Wastes?
Aegon Waste. That's mining
No,
station
that's-
access. No, wait, what? It can't be mining plaza. No.
No, that requires a screw attack. No, yeah, it has to be mining station access
Yeah.
then. Yeah, it has to be. So screw attack is known. And once we get that space jump, it will be in logic.
Amazing hits so far. Kind of
Could
amazing.
theoretically be MSB. No, the hint was referring to the elevator, not the room after it. MSB is too far.
OSB is just one room too far.
Yeah. I find it funny how hints that refer to the elevator rooms refer to the vanilla rooms, but if you look at it in the map, it's a different thing. Kind of confusing too if you don't know how the rooms are called in vanilla, especially
Oh,
with the
deviation.
Great Temple ones.
Check in wind chamber.
We can't do that. We have no space here. Oh well, I guess we can just visual peek this. That's
yeah.
fair.
Looks like a missile to me. I'm not sure I like this. I would be okay with this if we E-dashed and checked wind chamber gateway.
Yeah, same.
But just the item, just wind chamber, I don't know. I guess it's because now you know screw attack is coming up. It's like, do I need to come back for this? Is this important enough to come back for this?
There's the boots.
I guess in that sense, maybe it's okay to do.
Well, we will be coming back to GFMC at some point. Well, potentially, because we still need to get that item up above the ship.
Yeah.
Plus, there's also FDA, which we still don't know what it is.
Yeah. Okay, space jump off Dagon, get the screw attack, and then... Wait. We still don't have missile launcher, and we still don't have bombs. So portal access A just probably has to be progression. Or it isn't.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
We don't have missile launcher.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what's going on.
So I think
the seed wanted us to get Emerald and then go back to Great Temple through Violet Gate to take the space jam from the back. That's how you avoid missiles.
Yeah. And then now our only two logical checks are Command Center and Portal Access A. Even with that screw attack, I think. Yeah. Yes. So, in that situation, if you don't... Okay, so there's boost. If you don't see, like, if you get bombs, do you even bother... Yeah, you, like... What I'm trying to ask is, like, when you're able to deduce where missile launcher is, you obviously just don't want to go there. It's like there's no point if it's out of the way. But I think, like, if we get bombs and portal access A, we just keep going. Or if we don't see, or if we just see missile, I'm not able to communicate what I'm thinking here very well, but I'll figure it out eventually. Anyway, we're just going to Aegon. We have two checks. It's fine.
Right.
Okay. Now I'm thinking. Now I'm making sense. Do you gamble going to? If you're certain that, like, do you gamble going to Aegon Temple here? Or do you just, like, hope that the next logic is bombs?
Yeah, that's an interesting gamble. Here, there's an interesting play here. That screw attack, that unlocks Wind Chamber Gateway.
Oh, it does.
We could be expected to grab it and turn around. Now, whether that's missile launcher or not remains to be seen.
Yeah.
But that is a possibility. In which case, there's a chance that Portal XA doesn't have anything. I personally would actually just take out Bomb Guardian while I'm there.
Yeah.
But otherwise...
Oh,
that's an SDK.
Welcome to Randy. Okay. So I doubt either of these players are skipping Worm. Today we are healing nature. We are healing nature, acquiring the Echo Visor, and going into Mining Plaza. I think probably the only player who's maybe even thinking about doing the secret roll, the wall crawl for that, is probably Storm or Jeff, maybe. I know there's another player. Who did Jeff lose to? That was really good. Point is, neither of these players are doing that, I don't think.
Yeah, I know.
Red key on mining station A. Now, we already have our first worm key, thankfully. We do want to scan this, though. That's going to scan the spider track. Should work.
Another
Yeah,
agent key.
Okay.
So worms locked behind spider and bombs.
It's always interesting when a seed gives you power bombs early. Alright, portal access A. Oh
Nothing.
boy.
So wind chamber gateway has progression.
Or command center.
Or command center. No, that's locked by missiles.
Oh, oh crap! I forgot about missiles. Yeah. Okay.
Bandits. Okay, I
Either
assume,
way,
I assume Steve's taking the time to grab this key.
I do not mind that at all. Because I think what caused this layer to disappear? Is it the
Bomb
bunker?
Guardian.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. This is a layer that you never see in the game, simply because almost always you'll head to Bomb Guardian directly.
Pretty good. Rico just booking its command center. Assuming, well,
Probably taking the gamble on missiles are, well, yeah, missiles are in Wind Chamber Gateway.
yeah.
Or we missed missiles somewhere. And decided not to go there, which honestly, not a bad choice.
What about
But if we're
instead
thinking we missed missiles, then we have Aegon Temple as well.
I think I would have
So-
probably done Aegon Temple instead of going to,
Well,
or at
well-
least Aegon Temple first before going labs here. Because Aegon Temple is also unlocked by a missile launcher being in Wind Gateway, Wind Chamber Gateway.
We'll see what we get.
Yeah. Hopefully bombs are here. That would be the ideal situation. Alright.
It could be a beaming wind chamber. Could there be a beaming wind chamber?
Uh-oh. That's not gonna work. Nope.
No. Rip.
Me too, cat human. Randy gives... Oh! And again. Central mining station is being acquired here. Or the very
It
least,
is. What is that?
probably
Not
a missile.
interested in it.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, we have boost. Okay. Whew. There's... I always gotta watch out, not soft lock yourself on this, but we have boost, so it's not gonna soft lock us. Steve's struggling with Bomb Guardian. Probably a good thing to learn early on, how to kill his boss. It's very simple. Alright, command center.
Alright. Did Riku get punished? They did. There's nothing here we can get at this moment. Now, we can't advance further than the labs, because there is a bomb slot on the way. And
Yep.
we also don't have Dark Beam to go towards Dark Samus directly.
Now, is Steve gonna get punished? like if this is just not nothing as well. And
If
it
they
turns
both
out,
get
oh,
punished, that's going to be very funny. Because that means it's not missile launcher in Wind Chamber
no,
Gateway.
it's-
Nope,
yeah.
it's vanilla bombs.
okay, so that has to be missile in gateway, right?
It still can be something like Amber.
That's right, yeah. Riku's not too punished. It's not a complete disaster. Because we're just going to go on our way back. And I think you don't want to go labs here, Steve. You want to do Dark Eagle move, right? Because the only logical check you have in labs is... Well, I guess you have two in labs, right? Storage B, storage D, and bioenergy, right? Number 5.
Mhm. There are 6 checks there. Okay. Rick.
Okay, so yeah, just dark jump guardian loop
Seems like Steve's more interested in labs.
thing.
Or maybe just opening the gate.
Yeah, maybe thinking. I can't see a reason you'd probably go labs here. Yeah,
I don't know, honestly.
I don't like this generally. Um, labs is
You
slow.
don't
Also,
have
we do
that
not
of
have a
it.
translator.
We are still yellow illiterate.
Yeah, orange and yellow illiterate. I'm genuinely, you know what? I'm starting to think about this now. Why do the space pirates have two enormous cannons to guard one, like, 2 meter wide door?
It is the main entrance to their
Is the main
labs.
entrance
I'd
into the labs, I
assume
guess.
they defend it.
Yeah. Against what are they defending it against, though? I guess Samus, but like, oh,
Dark Samus.
oh, they're mining cannons. Ah.
They're
Oh,
manning
Dark
cannons.
Samus. That's
Okay.
right. Yeah, but that didn't work very well, now did it? Dark Samus is in the middle of the base.
I mean, they didn't start off worshipping Dark Samus.
That's right. They didn't. I forgot about that. I think the scans about that are in this very room that Steve is in right now.
They are, I think. And the all part lore is just in this section of just in this section of the world.
Okay, we're carrying on into labs. Bioenergy next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I know
we
Bra will
have.
occasionally bust out a bioenergy play, just because of trauma from CGC, apparently.
Yeah, I am part of the cause of that trauma. Yeah, Brawl lost the match to me. I think it was CGC, but I think Braun J was his teammate.
Yes.
Lost to me and Feisy because I checked by energy and Brawl didn't.
Yeah.
So now, whenever Brawl plays against me, he always makes a point of checking by energy.
Which is what he did in the weekly too, or rather, he went to command center and then didn't go to bioenergy and died. And died in battleground this weekly this morning or this
Oh
afternoon.
God,
Yeah.
don't remind me.
Did you ever end up finishing it? I couldn't finish. I had to go commentate.
I did, I did
Okay.
finish.
The fact that all three of you died was just amazing. It was just like, this is content. I think you died in the same spot Bro did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Rockham and the Dales died in battleground. Although they died, I think going in, whereas I died going out.
No, Brad died going out.
Oh, also
Bruh,
okay.
yeah, Bruh just made this like crazy play, went to command center, found supers, but then didn't go to bioenergy, and then went back to battleground. Just assumed that
Yeah,
battleground because of the dark visor. All right, we have an upcoming item. Let's see if we're
Steve.
getting punished here.
Steve not continuing labs.
Okay.
That
Missile.
looks like a missile.
This is very, very slow from Steve. Who are the mentors again? Let me look this up. Soaring Wyvern for Steve. Interesting. We're gonna have some questions. I'll write down. Oh, not bad. Got the BSJ though. Scanning the hints. Would like to see it. Oh yeah, that's right. Soaring is actually a mentee, so soaring is just kind of helping. Yep, we were right. It was a missile. Battleground. Is there some confusion here? What's happening? Are they confused about the logic? Oh, they're confused about the logic. Maybe.
Yeah.
They're wondering.
They're
missile
probably
launchers.
not. Yeah, they probably are
Oh
thinking
no.
about missile launcher, which
Oh no.
they haven't figured out. That's in wind chamber then.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause they didn't find any progression besides bombs, but they're not chasing bombs. Yeah, but Steve has clearly realized that they've missed something.
But I think even if you have, you go. You move.
Yeah, you still gotta move.
It is in fact a race.
It looks
Okay,
like
so they're
Steve's going
once.
back.
All right.
Thinking about it.
I mean, you know, it still could just be progression labs, and they're just like accidentally. It's accidentally fine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, just-
for sure.
yeah.
But at this point, we know that Wind Chamber Gateway is either Amber or Missile Launcher.
Oh, what the? Rico spawns Jump Guardian, and like after the black screen cleared, he was already shooting. What? Okay.
Yep, Jump. That's one of 3 things Jump Guardian can do, and it is very annoying. And I've been killed by that a lot of times.
Oh.
PSA, folks, don't.
Hello.
Oh boy. PSA, folks, don't fight. Don't start the Jump Guardian fight on low health. You will die. Alright, so we get into my energy. Steve has no missiles, so has to use their charge to take out these pirates. That's a missile up there. Okay. I don't think Rico found anything.
No. So it has to be the transport center, or you're right, and it's Amber. Well, actually, then Amber has to lead to missile launcher, no?
Yeah, Amber would have to lead to missile launcher. So it's either top of ship, transfer center, or Steve
Vanilla
is unknowingly
Dark Beam.
making Vanilla Dark Beam is a thing. Yeah,
Oh,
or
yeah.
Steve is making the correct play. I do like this play, if only because we have a logical boost, and the only thing boost does for us so far is sand processing.
Oh, that's right, sand processing. I forgot about it. Oh boy, okay.
Is Steve interested in the missile? No. Okay, yeah, nothing transport center.
But as soon as we see that spider ball, Worm is logical. Worm has been known to be on occasion bait, but we have to do it anyway, so I think you should actually just do it as soon as you get
On
the spider ball.
occasion?
There's just a few occasions.
Just
Some-
a few,
sometimes.
great. Just a
sometimes.
few.
This time we know it is absolutely not. One way or another. What are the layer? Like, what are the bad layer? Oh, we doing this?
Oh, wait.
Oh, I don't mind this. Nope, never mind. All right. It is nice. This room literally takes 20 seconds to do. If you can screw attack into the hole and shoot them with missiles, then it's much faster.
Yep. It's even faster if you manage to not fall off of the tunnel.
But yeah, like returning the energy, what? Because I know the Torvis energy returning gives you some bad layers in some rooms. I can't remember. I think it's like pirates, right? But what about Aegon
Yeah.
energy? What about the
Aegon
Aegon energy?
energy gives you Dark Pirates in Portal Sight, Warrior in Judgment Pit. I think that's it. There's not a lot of bad layers in Aegon.
And it gives you pretty sunshine, so I think that's a win-win. Heal nature.
Okay, Rico chasing Temple Grounds.
Yep.
Which, yeah, if we forgot to consider this could be progression. Alright. And it's a nasty
Nice.
K. Required, but not what we're looking for.
They're also pausing. Are we confused about the logic as well? I don't think we should be for Rico. Maybe they're still confused about the missile launcher. Maybe both of them are confused about the missile launcher. I completely forgot about Windchamber Gateway. Alright,
Nothing
unfortunately,
here.
Black Display not working out. Still vanilla Dark Beam available. Let's see if that happens.
So
I'm
at
gonna
this
get Dark
point,
Side out of the way as well.
it's either Vanilla Dark Beam or something on top of the ship, which is still kind of a 50-50 on which runner gets it.
Mm-hmm.
And there goes the S1.
Alright, are we gonna get a
We'll
funny,
see
funny
if
moment here?
Steve actually made the right play or if Rico is underway to the next progression.
Dang.
It's
Okay.
dark, but not a beam.
If it was Dark Burst, I don't know if you saw the race. Wait, which race was it? Where one of the runners got baited into thinking Dark Burst was Dark Beam.
Oh, no, I don't think I saw it.
I think it was somebody Bello was mentoring. I literally commentated this race and I can't remember. Oh well. All right, so they're gonna go save. This is fine. It's not okay. Like it's not ideal. This lab's play not working out. Okay, where are we going? We can't.
Steve wants the main reactor item,
Ah, that's right. Okay.
as well as the scan. Rico should be able to get in reliquary in here, so we'll figure out what that is. Beam related in Dark Oasis.
And missile.
And a missile related in reliquary. What is that?
Well, that is something.
Oh, is that Cobalt?
We don't want to get it.
That's Cobalt!
Yep. Assuming Reliquary is dead because it's a missile, and then Cobalt and main reactor. Not until we have Light Beam can we take advantage of that.
And Spider Ball!
Oh boy.
Who wants to fight worms?
Who wants to fight worms, you guys?
As Rico, I would absolutely just go to Windchamber Gateway here.
Yep.
Yeah, if only to check if it's actually just Launcher or or if it's Amber.
Hey.
He is not canceling their screw attack.
What? Okay, but what else does Spider unlock? Just I think
Just
it is
worms.
just wait.
Just
Hold on.
worms.
Not very. No, Venturia needs light beam.
No,
Blitz
it's
Master.
just worms,
It is
Drake.
just worms.
Worms has progression.
Uh,
There's something on it.
worms are never bait unless it's a reed seed, apparently. Or worms are always bait
I
unless it's a reed
mean,
seed.
yeah. Rika doesn't know this yet because they still have labs to go to. But we commentators
But if you don't
have a lot
cancel
of knowledge.
if you don't cancel your screw attack now, you break the glass. Cat human tells us.
I mean, that glass is weak to literally everything.
I definitely think it's worth it to go for this here because I highly doubt Steve wants to ever come back to labs.
There we go.
There we go. Nice.
Nicely done.
What would be the funniest thing that worms could have? Can't be a suit. Can't be a suit, right?
It can be a suit. It can be really anything that we haven't collected yet at this point. But I think it's funny. It'd be funny if it's like beam or supers. But you need to fight it
super would be
fast.
funny. Amber would be great. That would be just oof.
Oh yeah, Amber would be hilarious.
Yeah, suit doesn't unlock anything. That's why I'm asking because I think suit doesn't. Grapple beam
it could also-
doesn't.
Yeah.
Gravity boost doesn't.
It could be Annihilator.
What does Annihilator unlock?
Doomed entry.
Ah, okay. Oh, Doomed entry would be. Oh. Suits.
In which case, Doomed entry would have to be Dark Beam.
Yeah. And then just, I mean, you have to go to Inkash at that point. You just have to. It's like.
Yeah.
They're not listed because they haven't submitted. They haven't submitted them like in this game. I think they just haven't submitted it. I don't know why Steve isn't save warping here. We have to go to early Eagle or Jump Guardian anyway, I guess.
Looks like Rico does not want to take the worm bait.
He's eventually gonna have to though, as we know. Yeah, I think Annihilator definitely would be the funniest. I agree with you on this one. Oh wait, hold on. What if it's Seeker missiles?
Oh, it could be Seekers.
All of Honor dead.
That also unlocks Underground Tunnel.
Oh yes. Oh that's funny. Oh. It's probably just gonna be something boring like Light Beam or Dark Beam, but I kinda want it to be either Annihilator or Seekers. Oh, dank entrance, dude. We forgot about dank entrance. Oh my god, dank entrance is a launching.
Oh no!
Being bait, dude.
Wow.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Oh. I want worms to be bait, dude. I really want worms to be bait. That'd be even funnier. Oh goodness. Please. I mean, no matter what, you do worms here. Like after you do labs, you do worms. Like just to get the layer.
Rika has the knowledge to do that. I want to see. I want to see a Light Beam Dark Visor Seekers combo to get into tank from the front.
What is Rico doing with this door? This is weird. Just took a lot of time to do this. Maybe he's avoiding some. No.
Rico closed the gate.
Oh, that's cute. that's
also,
cute.
yeah, that's.
Yeah. That's
Sadly, I don't think that saves time.
It probably doesn't. That is cute though. I like that. That's fun. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yep. You can open every door from the back of this game. Yeah, I think that's a special case because it's two doors that connect to the same two rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you don't unlock one of the rooms, you can open the other door from the back without actually having to go out of bounds.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see Worm have nothing. Or even okay, even funnier if Worm just has dark suit and they're just confused. That'd be funnier.
I
Just
mean,
vanilla
I'd
Worm,
wager
just
both.
good.
I'd wager like both runners just take worms out of the way because that
Yeah.
is the game 9%. They both saw it. They both know about it. There's no reason to not get it out of the way at some point. And might as well do it while they're in aim,
Yeah.
right?
No, I just mean like what would be funny to see on Worms like it would be funny if Worms was bait and they're just like, wait, what? What's the logic? And then they figure out like it takes them a while to figure out sank interest. But it would also just be funny if like like what they got made no sense. Like it was dark suit. Like they're like, oh what? Okay. What would be funny to have actually on Sanka? I mean, I think we already had this conversation of what would be funny to have as our next progression. Probably
Yeah.
Annihilator, or
Annihilator will
or
just be
Seekers.
rude.
Annihilator or Seekers would just be funny. Um, the other suit. Oh, that would also be amazing. That would also be amazing.
Did Steve crash?
No. Oh, yeah. The timer's still running.
Their timer's running. Yeah, they did.
No. I'm gonna check the. Yeah. I don't know. That's not good. Hopefully they saved. Now, considering both players got punished for like everything, so it's hopefully they don't give up. Like there was a save around DS1. Okay, good. Saved after getting cobalt. Okay, good. Good.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind a
ever
save
seen
warp to do DMT on the way back to Aegon. That'd
I
be
don't think I've
okay.
ever seen someone crash there.
Wait, if we got both suits, what would that unlock? I don't think that unlocks any. FTA?
FTA.
Yeah, FTA. Just the most linear possible scene. Just FTA into Amber into Zancash Super into just exit Aegon with into go mode.
Yeah.
Good old fashioned.
Beams are just not showing up though, so
Yeah.
we are 40 minutes in and not a single beam. Yeah, it seems like Steve wants to go back to Dark Aegon.
Yeah.
So they're not safe warping.
I don't know why the Galactic Federation keeps sending Samus to murder Metroids. Just throw doors at them, dude. Just the doors seem to be wonderfully effective in this game. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the hexagon doors. I wonder if corruption doors also kill Metroids.
I think they do. No, yeah, they absolutely do. I've killed Metroids with doors and corruptions.
But are they the hexagon doors? Because it might just be the hexagon doors specifically.
No, they're not.
Oh, okay.
No, they're not.
Having to backtrack all the way through labs, through command center.
I think there aren't even Metroids in Elysia. Elysia is the only region that has hexagon doors.
Elysia has Pirate Labs, and those have Metroids. And those are hexagon. Oh no, wait, are those hexagon doors in Elysia? Yeah, they are. Yeah. In Pirate Labs with the Metroids. Isn't that like the only place with Metroids aside from Phase? Aside from Hatcher Metroids.
I mean,
Phase and
I
Pirate
think
Labs,
only
right?
Valhalla probably come more than Phase.
Because I'm thinking of the section where you
Yeah,
pick up
I think it's
supers.
only.
Pirate Homeworld has Metroids. Where?
Yeah, Homeworld has Metroids. Valhalla has Metroids.
Oh, Valhalla. Yeah, yeah, okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Rico coming up on that Cobalt.
Where does Pirate Homeworld have Metro? I cannot remember it. Oh, yeah, that's the labs. Yeah, yeah, I remember now. That's, you break them out. You
Research
pick out
has Metroids all over.
you break them out. You pull out an energy cell and they pop out. Oh, we're doing this method. Wow. What? That is a method. I forgot that's a thing. The way Rico did this screw attack into that wall. We cannot go this way. We do not have the light beam.
I assume they're going. No, okay. I thought they were going to go out of bounds and say, "I don't care about your doors."
Yeah, that would have been fine actually. I wouldn't have minded that.
Yeah,
There's spider ball, so we could climb. Well, we don't have a beam, so we can't get to the safe station in main gyro. That would have been a goofy play. That'd have been really weird to do, but kind of crazy. Okay, so now have they figured out if they fly to Sank entrance, they are committed to ignoring the worm.
I mean, at this point, the worm is very far away, whereas Sank entrance is
also very
not
far
that
away.
far. I mean, yeah, sure, but you can't save her. Riku just getting bullied by the turrets.
And also the half pipe just keep pushing them away. Camera, please.
I mean, there's a trick to this half pipe. You always boost first in the direction opposite of where you want to go, and you will always get it on the second boost.
Oh, yeah, they're back.
Not safe warping.
And we are going to
one
worm.
worm.
Oh, fighting worm without light beam supers. At least we have boost, so we can do worm. Well, can we even?
Where's the last worm key that Steve's looking for? Is it Jump Guardian?
No, it's Mining Station A.
Mining Station A. No, I think Steve already got that.
No, I don't think so. Steve gave up on it, I think. Actually, where is... Wait, hold on. Let me check that. Mining Station A, Dynamo Chamber, and Judgment Pit. I think both of them got... Oh, a Judgment Pit. Yeah, it might just... Yeah, it's actually...
Yeah, that's...
So Steve is actually going to get... Steve should probably do worm.
Yeah. Problem is, Steve, I don't think, has gone back to Temple Grounds first. They might do that.
Hopefully they realize that
worm
is not logical.
First,
yeah.
Yeah. If they decide to fight worms first, though, they catch up real fast to Rico, who has cleared both labs and Temple Grounds.
Ideally, for Steve, worm has nothing here. If worm has like Dark Beam, then it's like, oh, that spider ball might be delayed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully worm
at that point, finding spider is just a dead giveaway of Sank entrance.
Well, actually, no. I mean, hopefully they recognize that, like, worms is not logical.
I mean...
Because then they will realize that GFMC ship has to have something, is what I'm trying to say.
Wait, why is worms not low? Oh, yeah, right.
Spider. Yeah, spider for Mining Station A. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that worms has, like, Dark Beam, and then they just don't go to GFMC ship. Because they, like, don't realize that it's not logical. That's what I'm basically worried about.
Yeah, and we've had a lack of amber, so they don't really have information. Beam related in Battleground. Did we have that yet?
Rico, Steve already scanned that, yeah.
Okay.
Beam related Dark Oasis, Ing Reliquary Missile, and Curse Lake life support.
I don't understand why Jump Guardian has this much health.
Especially just before light beam.
This is before your beams.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why it has this much health. Okay. So
All right, now do worm. Do worm. Don't shoot that bod. Don't. Okay. All right. I guess we check judgment. I guess we check junction site first, and then go.
Yeah. Steve is, I think, confused actually. They're unsure where to go.
I think they're still confused by the missile launcher.
I mean, they know that bombs are. Oh, is Rico's getting worms?
Yep. It's the only thing they have left. All right, Steve, now go do worms. Wait, did they actually check? Who checked Mining Plaza first? Sometimes players just walk by Mining Plaza without checking it. I'm gonna go check the VOD. Give me but a moment. Steve knows. Okay, good. But no, we're turning around. Oh no. Steve's leaving.
No, Steve, no! Find the worm! Ah.
Rico
Yeah, Steve is
guys. I would love
banking.
to-
Steve is banking on Temple Grounds, which will net them spider, but
Yeah.
they don't know. That being said, they'll probably be first to Sanctuary entrance if they realize it's open.
Yeah. They also will get to Wind Chamber Gateway and finally figure out the logic.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a world in which both players assume that that missile launcher is in Wind Chamber Gateway and it's actually Amber.
Yeah.
Which both players are going to feel pretty bad about
Yeah.
because they knowingly have skipped it so far.
There's a combat logic on Worm actually. It doesn't require. It expects you to be able to just do it with like charge beam, right?
No. Wait, actually, let me check that. I think it requires Superstar Light Beam.
Oh, okay. If that's the case, then that is good. That is good
Then
info.
let me check that.
Look at Mining Plaza, Steve. Look at it. Look at it. Go back. Go back. Oh.
Arcade
That's
on
just
Temple.
a lot of time lost. Yeah. Yeah, in the vanilla game, Jesse, you do have light beam at that point. You have both beams. You have you have both beams at this point. Also,
Yeah, it requires Light Beam or Supers.
Oh my God,
It's Sank
this
Entrance.
is not logical.
This is not logical.
Oh, that's so funny.
It requires Light Beam or Supers in beginner. That's
Dang.
funny.
Entrance, hilarious. Now imagine if this actually has something in Dank Entrance as light beam. Imagine if that's actually the logic chain. Dank Entrance into Worm. Oh,
I mean, if so, that's optimal for Rico. Unless it's something essential in Sank Entrance.
can't even just like. I kind of feel like maybe like logically. Like you can do this fight with missiles safely, and like without seekers and without supers or light beam safely. So like the fact that that's not beginner is interesting. There is some other combat logic that's just like way harder than this, like incredibly hard compared to this.
Yeah.
So it's weird to see that, but that is funny. Worms is not
What
logical
is
yet.
Steve doing?
I'll try for some reason. Checking to Valtrine. They must be lost.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess they're just checking the hint before going in 5 chambers. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Worm Rave!
You can't avoid this if you manip them to attack you, but
Yeah, there is a melee manip.
yeah.
but that's kind of stinky.
I was mostly asking about the combat logic out of curiosity. I didn't realize it actually had consequences.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, because I didn't remember immediately, but like I was the one who pushed for requiring light beam or super.
Oh, it was you? Okay.
That was me.
Hopefully we're going to get Wolverine again. I think we are. Okay, no. We're good.
So it's Sank Entrance that has our next progression, necessarily. Rico still gets worms out of the way and gets to heal nature, so they won't lose too much time from this.
Yeah.
This is a safe lane.
All right.
Alright.
Give us something fun.
And it is
Oh!
an SDK!
Wow, double required worms. All right. Number 6. I did not consider that. That is actually funnier. That's actually funnier than Dark Suit, actually.
Yeah. Not progression, not what Riku's looking for.
Yeah.
And they're probably wrecking their heads, trying to figure out where the heck they have to go.
Oh, feels
If
good
it
to heal
wasn't
nature.
here.
I feel like this seed was made for me. Dank entrance progression, healing nature. Like, oh, wonderful. The only way this would be better is if like if 2 most was required, so we could use fast travel to speed up routing. Like that, that would be that seed would be my spirit animal. Oh, look at how glorious Dark Aegon looks. It's even more emo desert. Perfect.
Honestly, for me, it's just off-putting to see Dark Aegon red.
Supers and Torva's energy calling it out. All right, we will get back to you on that. So Steve actually is actually just losing a bunch of time by skipping worms here. That's so unfortunate. But hopefully, like checking Wind Chamber Gateway and realizing, oh, that's where the logic went, and they'll all put it together now. Hopefully.
Now,
it'll
be funny. It'll be funny if it's Amber, and instead of chasing Sank Entrance, they go for Sand Cash.
That would be terrible.
Because then we know that Sand Cash is launcher. Yeah, getting their spider here.
If it's small, it's spider. If it's big, it's cannon or boost. That's how you can tell.
Spider also has bigger decals on the sides. Whereas boost only has a tiny little circle.
Oh, I didn't know that. Keep that in mind.
Okay. Steve is checking Wind Chamber, so we will finally figure out if we miss Missile Launcher or if we missed Amber and Missile Launcher.
Where's Rico going?
Killing Nature.
Oh, healing nature. That's right. I forgot. Okay. Is this
There we go.
Amber? Is this Amber?
No, it's Launcher.
It's launcher. All right.
Okay, so Amber is missing.
Yep. No hints for us today.
No hints.
You know what I haven't considered? We have multiplayer items. I have not been tracking as if we have multiplayer items.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Amber and Sank Entrance could definitely be there. Which again would be pretty funny because that would be pretty rude, honestly, of the scene. But yeah, we're nearly an hour in. No beams, no supers.
3 translators,
No Amber.
but not Amber. Just
Yeah.
can't scan any hints. You can't even check.
It's
The
even
only one
better
we have
because
checked is
like
FTA.
Cobalt is in Logic too.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Oh my god. Okay, are we going Sank entrance? I think we've already. No, we haven't scanned this. I think
No,
we've
Steve
scanned this.
hasn't. Rico has,
Okay.
but Steve hasn't. Okay, Steve wants the pick on this item.
A little
See if we
closer. You
can
need me more
figure it out.
forward.
Okay,
We're gamer leaning
item
right
is.
now. No, aiming at the wrong spot, I think.
Yeah, they're aiming
Also,
at the wrong
the
spot.
HUD. The HUD, hello. This is why we turned
Oh yeah,
off HUD
the
opacity.
the HUD actually just gets in the way here.
Yeah. I
I
know
don't know
Cat
if they
Human's
managed
going to
to
be furious at
catch.
us for saying this, but unfortunately, HUD opacity is in fact good to remove. Sank entrance!
Bank entrance.
Sank
Steve
entrance!
figured it
At the
out.
same time!
Okay, so in
We
terms of progression, Steve will be ahead here, but Rico has one worms advantage.
Yep. Can't do it with helmet skill
helmets.
issue.
Shut up, cat.
Can you actually see that with the helmet, Cat Human?
You can, but it's actually pretty hard.
Okay. Cat Human's
Seems like you
rationale for having the HUD up is apparently there's some
Immersion?
lineups. There's some lineups he uses with it, which I'm like,
Eh,
come on, no. You can use
fair enough.
surely you could set it up differently. Now hold on. Okay, I assume this fight has to be logical combat wise. We have power bombs.
Yeah, this fight is absolutely logical. Just don't boost in the bridge.
Mm-hmm. Now, is Rico gonna go in chamber? Yep.
Yep,
We're going to win chamber. Yep.
absolutely.
Just in case it's amber. In which case they should know that if it is amber, then it has to be missile launcher and insane cash.
Insane cash.
I don't think it's possible for it to be anything else. Oh, no, Seekers. You need a.
No, Seeker Speed Launcher.
Yep. Hey, you know what? Dude, we can check the Sank entrance hit.
We can.
That is, you know what? This is a check dense location, you know? Sometimes it is a check dense location.
Just
I remember one time
check.
there was a race. One time there was a race I was commentating, I think with Baja. And I was like, they'd killed, for some reason, the racer had to kill Spider Guard. And I'm like, dude, Baja, you know what? This is actually kind of check dense. You get 3 checks here. You can scan for Hive entrance in, and Cobalt, and Sank entrance item.
Oh my god.
That has happened. Sank entrance can sometimes be a check dense location. All right,
And
what do we have?
Dark Beam!
Dark beam, hello.
And also, third hint of the seed. Just an hour in.
Oh, we're trying this? Oh,
That's too
no,
low.
it's a little too low, yeah.
Nope, retry.
You can slope jump off of this spider track here to get enough height to land onto the... Oh, that'll be close. Oh, no.
People say
Hints are too strong.
About that, Reed. We haven't had any hints to speak of.
I mean, the 3 hints we've had are actually great. I mean, they're actually, I mean, kind of.
I mean,
Demo translator
if
on
Steve
GFMC
remembers
was-
to scan this is the third. Annihilating Darkagon.
Was that doomed entry?
If that's doomed entry, that's so trash.
Okay, hold on. Let's back up. Dark Beam unlocks Mine Shaft.
Mineshaft, Incash 4, Doomed Entry, Search B.
You can catch one.
Incash 1, yes.
Yeah, you can catch four would be just, oh, chef's kiss. I think the most conservative player is to go Mine Shaft first.
Yeah, I would definitely do Mineshaft first.
Maybe the Dark Beam, maybe the Incash 4 opening up reminds Steve to do worms here, because we really want to get worms out of the way early here. The hint was Annihilators and Dark Aeon Wastes. Dark Oasis was a beam related. That would be fun.
I mean, there is a world where a Cobalt was never placed, and it just randomly ended up being there. So Cobalt heads
Yeah.
are Valorants.
What are we doing here, Rico? We're trying to climb this. Can you do this?
I don't think you can though. I think I've seen someone do it, just not this way.
Also, we could just jump to the cannon, too, so.
Can there be
There- Point of no return, light beam, and sky. Oh, they could be. it could be phase on crowds. No, we don't have dark suit. No.
No. Two tanks is crew attack. It's logical. We
Is
don't
it? I
need dark
thought.
suit. I think two tanks is crew attack is logical for
No,
that.
I'm pretty sure every single. I'm pretty sure we recently confirmed this with Baja. Every single Sky Temple grounds check it requires dark suit aside from Profane Path. Profane Path you can do without dark suit. But in terms of my list,
Okay, no, yeah. Phase on grounds does require dark suit.
so in
Yeah,
terms
just
of my list,
confirm.
Mine Shaft, Storage B, Doomed Entry, Incash 1, Incash 4. And that's it.
Oh, you know what? Soupless Dark Aether was enabled before, and it was only recently disabled for tournament and weekly presets. That's why I'm confused.
I would have loved to see the Sank entrance hit before Sank entrance. That would just be that would just be shit. This seed is content so far. This seed is good content. All right, we're not even bothering Mineshaft. We're going straight into labs to see how that works out. I still would have preferred Steve just doing Cash Force so we can get worms out of the way. Reed, this may not be your best seed, but it certainly has to be so far one of your most entertaining ones. Did we save? Hold on. Did we? Oh no. Okay, we're doing this. Yeah, they have mentors. Yeah, Ivy's mentoring Rico, and Soaring Wyvern is mentoring Steve. All of the info is in there. Also, once again, Rico checking this with the HUD in the way. Cat Human, I'm going to need you to upload a video by the end of this race with a lineup as to how to do. Hold on, let's see what this item is. Oh my god, it's
Dude! Oh boy! Well, who wants to do the Sky Temple ground?
Oh, Phase on Grounds would just be amazing.
Who wants to do Facing Grounds?
Oh, God.
I mean, at this point, I think the best play for Steve is to actually go to Doomed Entry and then just save warp there.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh! Seems like they are doing exactly that. Think
And
about it.
this is safe. Logically, this is a dangerous action, but in practice, it is not because we have save warp. Because, yeah. Oh no!
Okay.
I think it's too
Looks
check
like
dense to leave.
no. You can
Actually,
only get 2 checks, and one of them requires you to go all the way around Dark Labs. So I
yeah.
understand, but also I would absolutely just start checking Sky Temple Grounds here. Yeah, I think Steve is discussing with our mentor.
None of the options we have are good. None of them are
Yeah,
good.
none of them are good. That is true.
Yeah.
Did Steve not check Mineshaft?
No, no, walked right past
No,
it.
they didn't. Okay. Yeah, Steve is thinking about it. Come on,
Either
Steve.
way, if you're
Do it.
checking Sky
Do
Temple
it.
Grounds, you do this. You do doomed entry at least.
Hey, there
You do doomed entry
there we
because then you can just
go.
save warp. Yeah.
Yeah, you do the entry because you can save her.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
regardless, yeah, just do this. The only reason you wouldn't do it is if you, for some reason, sense that Mineshaft is something. All right, doomed
Wait, is
entry
that
is
supers?
no way. I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
I think that was supers. Yeah, that's supers.
Oh my god. Wait,
Well then.
meeting ground.
Okay, so that annihilator puts
Warriors
the
Walk.
supers into logic, which lets us get Warriors Walk, Storage C, Meeting Grounds, and Turtle Saxons.
Can do Torvis now. Holy, oh my god.
Yeah, not logical until Annihilator, which is necessarily in a cache 4.
Yeah, I mean, it could.
It
Wait,
has
hold
to
on.
be.
No, it could. Light Beam could be an in cache 4 and then Annihilator in cache 1.
I mean, I expect it to be available now, which is why I'm saying it has to be there. But part of routing with hints, at least for me, is to not think of what it could be, but of what you can do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Supers lets us through Warrior Walk. Yeah, okay.
Not without Light Beam. We need Light Beam to get to Battleground.
Rare rando race where you will see players do this room properly.
Yeah, but supers are logical, but we can't keep them.
Mineshaft. Let's see what we got here. Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. So now Mineshaft. I'm betting that the catch 4 is just Annihilator.
Vanilla Light Beam.
Oh, Vanilla Light Beam would be rude. Now, yeah, I fully expect the catch 4 to be Annihilator. Now, does Rico take that play? I don't think they do. They go to Labs instead. Now, Rico does know that it's not Worms. Steve doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So for Steve,
And Worms is now in logic with the super missiles.
Yeah.
I don't think they've calculated that since everyone in the cast also forgot that. All right, Burger.
Okay, nothing.
In cache 4.
Okay, yes. In cache 4. It's
Warriors Walk.
Yeah. Right now, the front Dark Hagen play is extremely valuable for Steve, so I expect them to go there soon. But
it's the only
it'll take them a minute.
logical play, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now for Steve, that's the only logical play.
Oh, what would be the most? Oh, you know what it could be in cache 4.
Hmm?
Light suit.
Hey,
into light beam feeding pit.
hold on. What was Central Mining? Oh my god! Drake. Central Mining Station is beam related. It said beam related in Battleground. It could be Dark Visor in Incash 4. It could be Dark Visor.
Oh,
It could be
Light
Dark
beam
Visor
FD.
for Annihilator in
Oh, this room looks
Battleground.
fantastic when nature is healed. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Isn't that magnificent? All right, do we save our peers, Rico? I think probably
Yeah.
not. Yeah, I mean, we have to.
I mean, yeah, they both have to at this point.
Yeah, Superstar Logical
Super
until we
Sound.
have.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, we'd have to take Super Sound.
Oh, yeah,
That's right.
oof. If a
That's
rando player that
correct.
blows up Dark Oasis rocks, based. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, that would be amazing too. Feeding Pit Annihilator, light suiting cash forward.
Oh, that would be just rude.
Light beam FDA. Oh. See, I think the funniest would be like Annihilator. Funniest would probably be Light Suit. In another funny one would be Amber.
Oh yeah, we've gone with that Amber for a while. We haven't even made it to Turbos for Sanctuary yet.
Yeah.
Like we've only seen Sank entrance. This scene is taken its taken its time to give us
Another one would be Seeker Launcher.
me.
Seeker Launcher would be good as well.
Oh god, no.
Seekers.
Seeker Launcher. Seeker Launcher in Cash 4 for Dark Visor in Underground Tunnel, for Light Suit in War Ritual Grounds, for Feeding Pit Annihilator. How's that?
That Reed brings up something else I was thinking. In Cash 2 could just have Annihilator and it's locked away by itself.
It's I think hinted items are never locking themselves.
It's very unlikely, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but I think hinted items can never lock themselves.
And now Steve is going in Cash 4. So somehow Steve is now just ahead, just behind by Worms.
Facing ground slightly is possible, correct.
Please do Worms, Steve, after you check in Cash 4, no matter what the item is. Okay. Here we go. Off to Crossroads. Save station. Dueling range. The suspense is killing me. The lamest thing it could be is Light Beam. That would be lame. But the funniest thing... I mean, there's a lot of funny options.
Yeah, there are a lot of funny options. That is true.
It's in fact, if we want to really do the math, it's more like there are more funny options than unfunny options. So my bet is on a funny option of some kind. I think Light Suit would just be a chef's kiss. Light Suit would just Feeding Pit, Light Beam, or Annihilator would just be
I think that the late Light Suit would be best. So something before that. Nope, it's Annihilator directly
okay.
here. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So wait, hold on. That just opens up Inkesh too, right?
Yeah, that opens up Inkesh 2 and gives us Seekers, Supers, sorry, to...
Warriors Walk, yeah.
Yeah. 2 Warriors Walk, 2 Battleground, and it gives us Turbos Access.
Yeah. But I think we do... I think no matter what you find in Warriors Walk, I think he's still doing Inkesh. Yeah, just Inkesh 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Amber and
Now,
Inkesh 2 would be funny.
Yeah. Now, Steve needs to fight Worms here.
Please, fight the Worms. Yes? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
They're fighting Worms.
So this works out well. It's not going to cost them as much time because this is kind of a drive-by on the way to Warriors Walk. So, oh yeah, do Battleground first. Actually, might be better, just in case lightning. But we have supers now.
We have supers. We
Yeah,
have
we have
supers
now,
and
so we're
boost.
okay.
It's more or less the same. Like light beam is only marginally faster than supers. And besides, it's not like worms don't just give you a metric ton of drops.
Okay. So I imagine they're actually going to be evened up. I think pretty soon.
Yeah.
It's going to be kind of incredible. This fight optimally with Worm Skip and Light Beam and probably Supers lasts just about 2 minutes. I actually measured Miguel's PB to make sure. Gateway read.
Yeah.
We confirmed.
I don't think launcher can ever be in
No, you need seekers to get.
Yeah, you need seekers to get it, so
Uh-oh.
yeah. Oh, Steve ran out of missiles! So we get more brave!
Commentators cursed. You said metric buttload of drops. Apparently not enough.
Okay, meanwhile, Rico chasing that in cache 4.
Oh yeah, well this is actually a faster way to do this. Yeah, this portal is a little faster than taking the portal terminal. Forget about that.
Okay, Steve really wants that worm skip, but this is not how you do it, Steve. You need to basically break one right after the other, and you're not managing that. So at this point, the other worm already recovered, and yeah. No worm skip for Steve.
Where are we going, Rico? Huh? Oh, okay. Oof, that was weird. Wonder why they went around that way.
I'm not entirely sure myself.
I wonder if this layer disables the warrioring fight.
I don't think it does.
I like how the first two guardians of this game are both basically like whale themed, like worms just flop through the air like whales, and then Chickalava also flies around in the water like a whale.
I mean, Amorbus is just a giant sand digger. It's a worm.
Yeah.
A chick is just a giant worm.
They do whale moves, like they jump out of the sand as if they're like whales.
Oh yeah,
like flying out.
That they do. Okay, so Rico checking Warriors Walk in Battleground. We'll see if they find something useful.
We don't mind E. He is respectable. What's that?
That's a missile.
That's a missile, okay.
So nothing to see here. So now Riku's only a nature healing ahead.
Mm-hmm. Storage C, that's right.
Honestly, I think that's just playing too hard on for a gun checks. Like at this point, I think the best play is to head to Turles.
It is impossible for Dark Oasis to have light beam, right?
It is entirely possible. It is.
Oh no. Why did I say it? That would be incredible.
You don't need light beam to take out Turles Temple. You don't need light beam to get to Under Temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be incredibly rare to actually find it there, but it's a possibility.
Oh boy.
Just like you could get space jump in lower Turvis.
I'm asking that question of Vina because Dark Oasis says beam related.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, imagine if what we get is just Dark Visor and it ping pongs us back to Battleground.
That'll be rude.
That'd be rude.
Okay. Oh, does Rico want in cash too?
I think that's the logical check left. No?
I mean, it's this in Search C, yeah, but
Annihilator unlocks supers. Okay, yeah, I guess it is one of the checks. Okay, we're going storage C.
yeah.
I
Again,
guess this is
we
fine. This is the
have
best time to do it if we're.
Oh, I'm dumb. We don't have access to Turvis yet. That's amber locked.
That's right. Yeah, it's amber locked.
I I hadn't realized. Okay, yeah, so it has to be one of these three.
In cache 2, storage C, or phase on grounds. Yeah, I think those are the three checks, right? Storage C, in cache 2, or phase on grounds.
Yeah, I think that's the free.
Yeah.
And Elephant or Dead.
Oh,
Thanks, Leno.
dead.
I do not.
Dead.
Vanilla
Yeah, 'cause you can
Seekers
screw
would
it.
be
Yeah.
terrible.
Oh, we need to.
Oops,
go
no
in the neutral.
missiles.
We can powerball them. Of course, drop system. Oh, that's right. We need to. There we go. All right.
Nothing.
No.
So 2 checks left.
Yep. Oh, phase on grounds would just be. Oh, Reed, you made this one. This one is. This one's great.
Reed, I am not responsible for any murder attempts by the runners.
I think Reed should generate every seed. I'm a full believer now. Superstitions are true. Steve can grab Mineshaft now. If I was maybe about to suggest like if these players could do the secretless in Mineshaft, is there a world where you would do it? But I kind of don't think you would. Right? Like it's only one check. You don't have amber. You don't have light beam. So like, why would you do it? It's a little slow. I guess like if you can first try it, maybe it's a quick check, but
Yeah. Okay,
really
Rico
pontificating
getting
while we wait for them to for them for cash too.
everyone discounts the seed cash filling test. I tried that, Reed. The response I got post race was, "What the heck, not?" I can assure you it works, but there's no need to. There's no need to make the runners suffer every time. Sometimes they just want a nice and simple seed.
Yeah. A nice seed where you get hints after going to Aegon, and then you go mode in Torvis, and then you don't even see to Sank. That's a nice Echo seed. That's an ethical Echo seed. Oh my God, we're at 180 tank. Where's Steve going?
Honestly, yeah, both runners are probably feeling quite bad. Like the progression has been so scarce, and both runners have been
Which,
constantly getting it the nearly last location.
which is weird because we have 3 translators. We have boost and spider, and we have screw attack,
Yes,
sideways
but
jump,
we
and
can't
supers. It's
use the
like we can't use
translators.
anything. Steve save warped. Are we going to phase on grounds? Oh my god, Amber.
It's Amber.
Amber.
Oh no! Now
Imagine if
we.
imagine if Sandcatch is just a missile and it's like it's actually just phase on ground.
Okay, who wants to bet on Sandcash Lights?
Oh, that would be
Who
1
wants to
hour and
bet?
30, and we don't have the light beam. That's
Yeah, no, we are. This is insane.
but Torvis is now open, so like that's just the discipline play.
This seat sucks.
Dude, at this rate, we're just gonna be go mode coming out of Aegon, ping ponging back and forth. Like, just give us light suit, go to feeding pit, light beam, and feeding pit, and then just your go mode.
Okay,
Like,
Steve checking facing grounds first.
if phase on grounds have something, I'm just gonna buckle. I'm gonna lose my mind.
I imagine if facing grounds is like in here, Riku's in trouble.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, we can finally get those dang Amber hints.
Yeah. Wait, what is that?
Oh, what is that?
Oh, no way. No way.
That's a burst.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wrong light beam upgrade.
Yeah. The light beam we have at home. Okay, Incash to Amber into. Finally, I get to write down some Amber hints in Mining Station A. An hour and 30 minutes in, that is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th hint. What do we got? Give us worm
This
keys.
for fourth.
Exactly 4 from. Oh my god.
That's useless. We don't. That's
Of course, the first hint we get is busted. Oh my god.
Well, Seekers. Okay,
Off the
mining
Taurus we
station
go.
B is open. Mining station B is open. But underground tunnel is too.
Underground tunnel, yep.
And we find, and this time, we have Turbo's access.
I think we
Oh, man.
prioritize hints
That's
here anyway
weird.
because we don't know where Echo's visor is. That's we still need Echo. So I'm okay with them grabbing. I would have preferred Aegon Energy and Mining Station B first before doing this. Keys to Hive Temple, Dark Torvus, Sank and Torvus. Dark Torvus,
I
Sank,
mean-
Torvus.
It's kind of funny that we're getting decent. Like right now, we really just want to know where light beam is, and the game's saying nope. You get relative hints and hit and geek hints, so you get no information regardless.
It is
Oh,
a good
man.
hint though.
I mean, depends.
Because if you find gravity boost, you know where light beam is.
Yeah, that's true. But like
Mm.
right now, it's virtually no information for us.
I mean, either way we go
Yeah.
Torvus here. I don't know what else.
I
What other
think
play you do?
Steve might go get their hints if they. I don't know if Steve does any out of bounds or seekerless.
Major and Hydrodynamo.
If that's gravity boost,
Good blog light suit, a light beam. That would
could be.
incredible. Yeah.
It could
Steve,
be.
Steve here, I think, is literally just going for hints for like meeting ground hints because they're just. I think they're lost. They haven't figured out in
Oh
cache two
yeah,
what hit
gravity
them.
was already hinted. Okay, so that's not gravity.
Oh, okay.
That is correct. That is correct, Leno.
Meeting grounds. What does it tell us? Light beam and react.
Amazing!
Oh my god, I'm dying.
So bad! The century! We have
Take
to
two.
go for Turbus!
Oh my god, that's so funny. Unless we
Oh
find
god!
unless we find dark visor and it is actually sank entrance.
Reed, I'd suggest to flee the moment one of these runners finishes the scene because they are going to scream at you.
We know Dark Aegon, thank you.
Oh my god.
Oh,
We can
reactor
only
core
go
light
for
beam.
Tortoise. We have to. That is so rude. Also, Amber
No,
hints
we don't have
being
to go through. We don't have
complete.
to go through Torvis if we find dark visor.
We do because there's a light beam door before that.
That's right. Oh my god, that light beam door. I always forget it.
Second.
Yeah, we need to go through Lower Torvis.
Also, shoutouts to Amber hints being completely worthless. It's all the guaranteed hints and joke hints.
That gravity boost hint is actually nice though. All right, dark visor and cache.
Cache. Yeah. Why is the Steve not entering Turtus? Oh, they don't have Amber yet!
Yeah, they don't have Amber. They didn't go in cache too. They're lost.
Oh
Dude.
no,
They're
Steve!
lost. They're completely lost, dude.
You're completely lost.
So light beam reactor core. Where is gravity then? Where can gravity be? Let's. One, two. Dino works. Watch station, Dynamo works. I think that's it. Watch station and Dynamo works. Yeah, they're completely lost. They are now checking Vanilla Seekers, which we know is not. We know it can't be that.
Yeah.
Yeah, reactor core's light beam, Avina. Welcome. So watch station or Dynamo works is our gravity boost. All of Undead Dead is dead.
Wait, reactor core, right?
Yep.
Transportation, main research, got W, watch station, yeah. Yep, okay, yeah. Okay, oh, hydrodynamo station is ecovisor.
Not necessarily.
Whatever.
It can
It
be
could be
like it can be light
grapple.
suit. It can be light suit grapple.
Light echo, grapple.
Light suit echo grapple. If the game is super
Light suit
mean, it
echo
can just be
grapple.
unlimited beam ammo or dark burst or sonic boom.
I mean, yeah, but those are never hinted in these settings because they are never required.
Well,
The-
sometimes. Sometimes it'll be mean. Now we know Hall of Honor Dead is logical, but no need.
Yeah, no, Steve is completely lost.
Yeah.
I think that's a general sentiment with this seed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only check left is Incash 2. And, I mean, for them, I think it's Storage C and Incash 2. Rico, go get hints so we can see how bad this is. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Spider Guardian has gravity boost into TTS, into, or just even funnier Hydro Chamber Storage. All right, they get the funny hint. All right, let's see the reaction. Wait.
Stare at it.
What is that? What? How? How do we do that? Because yeah, with
I
secret
mean,
missiles,
Rico
training chambers
can.
accessible. We have screw attack with space jump. We can reach the statue. We can get to Sank.
Yeah.
Now, do you book it to light beam here, or do you spend some time in Taurus?
You spend some time getting your hints.
Yeah. Aside from that, yeah.
Aside from, I mean, I guess it depends on what we need. Because like, does Rika should well, they will know about Darkmeister soon. They know about Hydro Dynamo, and besides that, yeah, it depends on it depends on what the hints say. The other thing, as Lena points out, Darkmeister is behind
That's
Lightning.
correct. Oh, what is that? That's a key in more ritual grounds.
Was that an Estige or a
That
red key? I
has
didn't
to be a
actually catch
Torvis key. That has to be a Torvis key in more ritual grounds. No, that was sorry. That was a yeah. That was a red key. That has to be a red key. We have the hive key hint, which says Dark Torvis, Sank, and Torvis Bog.
Okay, so not Hive. So yeah, that's check a key.
So hints, Path of Roots, Torvis Energy Controller, maybe Drive by Abandoned Worksite. No, that needs light beam. No wait, which side of the door needs light beam? Can't remember which abandoned worksite door requires light beam. All right, hold on. It's number 8. 100 Temple, fun. Number 9.
Mining Plaza.
We know that. Number 2. Transit station.
Okay. So far, so good. Profane Path. We need
need
an
Echo anyway.
Echo anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So technically not bad. We already have an eye later. Underground tunnel. Had to have progression. Colony chamber. Okay, yeah, that's some pretty decent. That's the case. So I think
just Echo.
Rico. Yeah, Rico
Just
is in no mode -1. And there's a good chance that Echo is in Hydrodynamo Station.
Could potentially no. I don't think we can skip light beam.
Let
I
me
think we need
about
Dark
that.
Visor for some. No, we don't need Dark Visor.
We don't need Darkmeister now. Yeah, we can skip light beam.
Yeah.
Triplets too. Yeah, Echo.
Now, do we want to? I don't think we do. I think we get light beam. I think we get light beam.
I mean, there's a world where Echo is like being locked.
Yeah. And besides, it's not like we can do much in, like, I mean, we're just probably gonna do a bunch of upper Torvus stuff as much as we can without light beam into lower Torvus into immediately going to grab light beam. So yeah. Also, let me switch to Steve's sound because Rico doesn't have any. Unless I've been muted. Nope. Just for some reason Rico doesn't have any sound. Can light beam ever lock itself? Probably. Hydrodynamo can be echo and be logical without gravity. Because it's hydrodynamo station, not hydro chamber storage. Hydro chamber storage requires grav. Where is Rico? Oh, Steve is going to storage C. That's right. I'm kind of glad an SDK is in transit station because every time I track, I just cannot tell what's in transit station. I'm like, Lord knows what that is. I cannot tell you what that is, guys. So I'm happy that we know it is an SDK. Alright, Poison Bog. Beam related. The most that can be is Sonic Boom under Sonic Boom, Dark Bursts, Unlimited Missiles, or double damage. What's... That looks like a missile. An hour and 45 minutes, and we finally get to see Torvus.
For the first time.
Mm-hmm. First emerald hint of the game. Oh, unlimited missiles too. Keys to Dark Sank and Sky Temple grounds. Which we know. One of them was a unlimited missiles and Path of Roots. Why not grab that? Meanwhile, Steve has finally found the Amber Translator. In Incash 2. I'm gonna elect for the BSJ to climb Great Bridge. We don't have to do this. The screw attack is logical. Now, does Steve elect to go to Torvus to the side? I wouldn't mind that play either. I'm one of those people who doesn't actually object that much to delaying STKs if you know that you still need an item to be in go mode. But it looks like we're just gonna grab all our amber hints and then go grab hints and then go to front Torvus. Yep, Mining Plaza next. Also, we're using Steve's sound, but it's still quiet. Are you guys hearing game audio? Oh, there's Sonic Boom. Again, I think I saw Sonic Boom again earlier. In the same spot.
I can hear game audio, Drake.
That's weird. Oh, there's Grapple Me.
It's a Steve's game audio.
Okay. Both of them have audio? Okay, that's weird. What is happening? Also, Tor's Energy Controller gave us the same cash in. Do you thanks, game?
I mean, at this point, there's little it can hint. I'm not surprised that's giving us some kind of bad hints.
Steve is going through Torvis. So I can hear Nye is the reason why. Like I hear Nye loud and clear through my headphones. But I can't hear their audio and I'm like I guess I could stop watching the stream and watch it again. Oh, it's not even letting me do that. Okay, so the stream is just lagging. Weird. Alright. Anyway, underground tunnel. Got a rest game.
Almost
Almost
dead.
dead. So Rico just got underground tunnel and then bailed. Which we can do. We're saving here. Also, now we finally get to see what's in Hydro Dynamo Station.
It's Randomizer.
Indeed.
That is game mode for Rico.
Okay. Started off as a crazy seed and now it's boring. We're just literally, it's a speedrun now.
I wouldn't call it boring.
Well, the ending is going to be boring. We didn't get any, we didn't get Echo Visor or Chica type of stuff, you know. It was just like, nope, Echo Visor was right there and we're going. I turned this from a 4 hour to a 2.5 hour. That's exactly my sentiment, Reed. That's what I mean.
I honestly, I do not wish a 4 hour seed. Please no.
Yeah, it's a bit rough.
Like, it's fine. We don't always have to wish pain and suffering to our runners.
This has been painful enough. Chica is guarding a progressive suit, which we do not need. I think both players are good enough to do final bosses with dark suits. I think we can even skip, I think we even skip, we skip Grav Boost. Actually, wait. Yeah, do we need Grav Boost? No. Skip Grav Boost, skip Dark Visor. Just go grab Light Beam and then go. Actually, do we even need Light Beam? Hold on. Can we just go to Under Temple right now? Am I missing anything here? I think we are going to Under Temple.
I mean, we kind of have to. There's an STK down there. I don't think I've seen this spinner used in a while.
Hmm. I think you can unmorph and jump out. You don't need to do this. What are we doing? We're not sure what. Okay. Okay, so light beam is just straight up not required. I don't think, unless light suit is locked by, like, unless light suit is locked by light beam, which it probably is. Okay, so let's go down. Let's go down memory lane here. So we started off with what? Power bomb and transport to Dagon Waste. Emerald translator and GFMC compound box. SJ and transport A access. Just to follow the logic here. Into screw attack on mining station access. Into missile launcher on gateway, which is funny. Into vanilla bombs. Into boost ball. Into boost ball and transfer B access. Into Sank entrance dark beam then, right? Yeah. No.
You
GFMC
forgot
ship.
GFMC ship Spider
Yeah.
into Sank entrance Dark Beam. Also Rip Rico.
Okay. Into that doomed entry super missiles bait, I think. Yeah.
No, first it's Inkesh for Annihilator,
In
then
Cash 4.
Doomed Entry Supers, and Inkesh to Amber into Sandcash Seekers.
Yeah, but
And that's
the
where we're
super missile
at.
doesn't unlock anything, did it?
It lets us get into lower turrets for Echo.
Okay. So that comes after.
Yeah, it looks like Rico's console crashed. So now both players have crashed, I think.
And oh, Steve died. I think we reset on I wasn't paying attention. Did we just reset for
Yeah, it was
keys? Yeah.
hints. It was
Yeah, okay.
hints. He got morph. Oh wait, they got morph locked. They couldn't unmorph. I'm gonna have to watch that
Oh.
back.
Oh, that's what was happening.
Okay, hang on. Let me check that. Hold on.
I can open up the mod. Yeah, I'm hearing it. Yeah, they're hitting the unmorph and yeah, they're locked. They got locked.
But the audio is right now is from Steve. Oh, I
I
guess you're watching
yeah,
the
I'm watching the
Rico's
VOD.
actual stream.
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Well then.
So that gives Steve a chance to come back here. That is actually kind of a big
That's
deal.
nice.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Neither did I. At least they didn't lose too much progress.
Mm-hmm. Is Dark Visor required to beat the game?
Dark Visor, no, but Echo is.
Yeah, Echo is. I guess we're doing this to get the dungeon. Or not, yeah. We're doing
I'm
this to get the
assuming.
catacombs to get the dungeon, yeah.
Yeah, because like otherwise we need to do a trek to get to the other rooms normally.
Light beam reactor core. Oh man, that is that is a good one. So we need to do so the route here is dungeon, under temple, back out through dungeon, back exactly the way we came. To Sank to wait, what are STKs in Sank? Transit station, calling chamber. And I think that's it for Sank, yeah. And then Profane Path after the save warp. Mining Plaza, Profane Path. Yeah. Pretty simple. Should be over pretty quick. The slowest part is going to be this here. Electing to do air underwater here instead of... If we're going to do air underwater, then we probably should have done it in Hydro Dynamo Station. Hydro Chamber, Hydro Dynamo Station, yeah. Also, you could just do the screw attack bonk, which I think is easier.
Probably, yeah. I mean, we know the gravity boost is in
Sank.
Sanctuary.
Okay. Steve is going to get the good news that Echo's right here. We have no problems. But we're going to get air underwater anyway. Makes sense. Wait, we got a dark suit and storage B. What does that unlock? Torvis access, right? No. I don't think the dark suit has done anything for us yet, logically, I think. No, I don't think it has. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Now we can climb this room, upcoming sack chamber. And then... Yeah, I think we just climb sack chamber. Honor temple. Actually, I think that's the only way to do it. I think we need light beam to get to Under Transit 1, if I remember correctly.
Under Transit 1?
Yes, light beam. From this
yeah,
side. We need to
yeah,
climb
we
this
do.
room. You need light beam to
Yeah.
get to crypt.
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't. You can enter from the Annihilator door. We just couldn't go anywhere from
Yeah.
there in Dark World. I have seen Annihilate. I have seen Light Beam in Gathering Call.
That is a good one. Not sure it's as good as Reactor Core. Reactor Core is just.
I mean, if we're talking that, I've seen Light Beam in the Airy.
Yeah, that's a good one as well.
I've gotten that, and it sucked. Especially because it was hard acquired. But yeah.
Is Steve doing the entire thing? This is
I'm
also
not
an option.
sure. I mean, yeah. The problem with that, Drake, is that we don't have gravity boost. Which means we can't climb the room. And if we didn't open the path in training chamber before, that's a soft lock.
Wait. So if you enter from
Without gravity
TTW,
boost,
if you enter from TTW, the spinner doesn't redirect so you can escape?
no, it only stays in whatever direction you had it last, I think.
Oh.
So if you enter from a different side, it will not
Okay.
rotate out automatically.
I was just
So you
wondering why
can
Steve
get
was
soft
doing the whole,
locked.
so they realized that, thankfully, because Steve was doing it. And Steve should know that we're in go mode right now. Why are we scanning it? Squad is dead. Okay, nice to know.
Yeah, we are going. They're probably thinking about lightning, like not realizing they don't need it. They don't actually need it.
Yeah.
On the other hand, they might be still looking for gravity boost, which was already hinted, sadly, so they won't get a hint for it.
And
And
they're
the only
booking it
thing
to
we know
lightning.
is that and the only thing we know is it's either Dynamo Works or Watch Station. Which we do have Cobalt, and I think it's logical too, so
Yeah.
I think it might just be Dynamo Works. Right, I will be right back.
Could also be watch station. Which is also logical. Because we have Equivisor, we can climb the ATS. Could also just get there by going up to the top, so. Main research is Cannonball, I believe. I believe that was main research was Cannon. Alright, is there anything else it could be? Nope. Can't be gravity boost. Unless it's at up to. No, I think it's at I think it's at exactly. Okay. STK and Sank. Acquired by Steve. Rico got the Undertemple.
Alright, I'm back.
Cannonball and main research.
Cannibal Immune Research. Okay. And Steve about to come up on Light Beam.
Funny video game. I guess we kind of want Light Beam for final bosses being a little faster. Because shooting the tentacles with the other weapons is not so great.
Yeah, it's not fantastic.
Ah, yes. No, we want to go to Calling Chamber. We want Mini Jaro. Unless they really think you can't get to... Okay. Or maybe they want to get to Crypt. To Crypt Portal instead. Nope, never mind. Culling chamber. I think culling chamber, mining plaza, and then come back to Lower Torvis, or I don't know actually. Probably actually better to just do Under Temple first, ideally. Now they're kind of stuck in between two places. In the meantime, Rico continuing his hand as planned. I would say Rico is ahead. Rico has an extra SDK.
Yeah, I think Rico's ahead as well.
Pretty significantly, because I think Steve is now routing the Under Temple key. Just by the fact that we didn't route the Under Temple key.
Yeah, I think Steve is looking for gravity boost.
Which is just kind of not necessary. Off
Yeah.
by my Master Zed. Or maybe they really just are that slow underwater. Maybe they don't know how to do the screw attack bonk. But even then, I think, considering the fact that they were trying air underwater, I think you can get to, still, even without gravity, we can get to Crypt. Okay, we'll see where we're going here. Because if we go to Mining Plaza, then this is just like kind of a weird misplay. But if they go up to Dynamo Works, then it's like, okay, we know what they're doing, trying to do. But yeah, I think this race got close there because like Steve was on his way to Lower Torvis about the time that Rico was in Lower Torvis. Like it would have been much closer than you'd think. And I think Steve misrouting this Under Temple play is kind of a mistake here. Because right now Rico is just gonna do exactly what Steve has done, except not turn around after Culling Chamber and just go straight to Aegon. Get Mining Plaza. Probably save warp. I think is probably the fastest to Profane Path. Yeah, definitely. Profane Path is on the opposite side of Oh yeah, they're looking for gravity. Yep, they're looking for gravity. Just Steve confirmed it checking the map there. Gonna ask him about that. Because I think Under Temple's like downright beginner logical right now.
For Under Temple.
Say again?
They might think it's required for Under Temple.
Yeah, because it isn't.
It's not, yeah.
Or not. Never mind. No idea. I don't mind grabbing the cannon here. Absolutely not. That's perfectly fine. Empering can cost you a deceptive amount of time. I do mind failing it, though. I think it might not be worth it to go for it again. Cannonball, are we going to lose it at any point? No, I don't think so. No. We don't need to go through portal access A at all. This should work. Nope. I think we let go a bit too early. Where are we going? Oh. Oh, I think what they're going to do is... No? Never mind. What's happening? Why are we air underwatering? Oh, no. They don't know. They don't know. They have no idea. The vanilla game. That's why it's good to remember vanilla logic, because this is an excellent example of... It's always easy to forget here. You are in vanilla game, expected to go through this entire area without grab boost.
Mm-hmm.
Go through all three of the doors, all three of the forks in this room, and scan those posts and do it again and again and again. Go through chaining chamber a total of 3 times.
So what else the guys are missing on Steve's side?
Mining Plaza and Profane Path.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so their plan might be to save
Under
Mark
Temple.
out of Under Temple,
Yeah,
which
Under
is
Temple
why they
saving
left
might be.
it for last, so they wouldn't have to come back.
That's what I think, yeah. Although if they decide to try to go to training chamber to escape, then we know that they've...
Both players have returned the energy, right? Diego?
Yes. Yes. Nature has been healed. Steve did it after picking up supers, or after picking up Annihilator. Rico did it right away. So yeah, Rico's route is going to be really, really smooth. Whereas Steve is going to have to... I'm guessing Steve is going to do Profane Path first, and... Or maybe... I don't actually... Nothing's comfortable here for Steve. Although... If Gravity Boost was in the tunnel, then this might actually be faster for Steve, because you could grab Gravity Boost, come down here, the ledge is the key. Grab the key and then just escape. In that scenario, it would have been fast, but you don't know that it's on the ledge, so...
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
Without Gravity Boost, you'd still need to defeat Paragon Guardian anyways, so...
Yep. I think both players feel behind. Definitely. I know Steve definitely, but I think Rico that soft lock probably probably makes him think that they're behind here. But Steve crashed and just like lost track of logic twice completely. There are 9 SDKs. Both players are about to have... Both players actually have 7. The remaining 2 are in Mining Plaza and Profane Path. Rico is on his way to Mining Plaza. And Steve needs to go take an uncomfortably long trip. We'll see what he does, but it's probably not going to be optimal. So yeah, I mean, the only logical question remaining is where's Light Suit? Because that's the only logical thing we need to beat the game. If Light Suit's in a funny spot, then maybe we could judge where how funny Gravity Boost and yeah, I think Gravity Boost is the only thing remaining. Light Suit is logically required to beat the game, Rob.
We don't know what it is, though.
Yeah, we don't know where it is. God, I still wish Incash 4 was Light Suit. That would have just been chef's kiss. Oof. But Annihilator's pretty good there, too. We do not need that missile because Dark Oasis is dead and we have unlimited missiles. Mining Plaza, I think, is one of the. I think Mining Plaza is one of the most like like logically distant things in the game.
Yeah. Well,
Like what is like Airy, Tumos, Mining Plaza, and
the thing with Mining Plaza is less that is logically distant, and more that it requires a boss with
yeah, and
with the
how
boss. It
logically distant
applies
it
the
is depends on the
keys.
keys as well. But
Yeah,
Screw Attack, Echo, then you need the boss, which requires, as we've learned today, supers or light beam.
we need missiles, space jump,
This
bombs, and either light beam or supers. That's it.
So it's actually not that bad, but yeah.
Yeah, no. Like the
But compared
requirements are
to
not
compared to
super
Tumos,
heavy.
which I think requires all three beams.
All three beams,
Yeah, all three
plus
beams.
everything you need for quad.
Spider Ball, Boost Ball, Echo, Screw Attack. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like Mining Plaza is not super logically doesn't have such heavy logical requirements. It's just
Yeah.
hard to get with,
And then
simply
areas
because of
like
the events that you have to cross to get to it.
all the stuff you need for Sank.
Yeah.
Yeah, light beam, dark beam. I think it requires no, it doesn't require light beam, but it does require dark beam. Spider boost, power bombs. Actually, it's not that bad. Aside from just getting to Sank in the first place, which you either need Dark Visor Seekers or, yeah, depends on where you spawn as well if you do random start. But a sleeper pick for me has to be Hive Entrance. I am a Hive Entrance enjoyer. They're both grabbing this key at the same time, but we know Rico still has to do Mining Plaza, so don't be fooled here. Or excuse me, Steve still has to do Mining Plaza. Okay. And I would just take... I'm not sure which one's faster. Would have been faster to go through Wind Chamber here for Rico. Maybe if we account for the loads as well. It is a lot of rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms compared to 2 elevators and 1, 2, 3, 4-ish rooms that are small. Oh, it might need to be timed. You can get close. I think if you time in-game time, then this is definitely faster what Rico's doing. But meantime, Steve is now going to have to make their way towards Mining Plaza, and then I just don't actually know. I think probably save warping out of Mining Plaza is probably faster than taking the elevator back up. Wait, where's Rico going? Ship? Yeah, ship. Okay, fair enough. Refill ammo. So yeah, we just have to see where Light Suit is. If Light Suit is somewhere funny, like if Light Suit's free, then Light Beam is not required, Dark Visor is not required, Gravity Boost is not required, um, Grapple's not required, Cobalt's not required. A bunch of stuff is not required. For how terrible the seat is, that would be the funniest ending. To just be like, oh yeah, you're actually just in logical go mode the moment you get Echo Visor. I'm glad Avina agrees with me. I think that is the funniest outcome, I think. It's just a reminder, the logic chain was, so it starts off not too bad. Logic chain doesn't start off too bad. With Powerbomb in Transport to Aegon, Space Jump in Transport A Axis. After GFMC Compound. Dark Visors and Cache. We don't know if it's required. If Light Suit is locked by yeah, the bot is broken for some reason. You know, while I'm here, I might as well actually set up their links. So that's Rico. That is Steve. Oh, there we go. It works for racers? Okay. Cool. Okay, so, back to the logic chain. Emerald Translator, GFMC box, after Powerbomb on Transporting on Wastes. Space Jump in Transport A Axis, not a big deal. Screw Attack and Mining Station Access. Missile Launcher on Wind Chamber Gateway, which is funny, if required mains are. And then Vanilla Morph Ball Bomb, funny. Boost Ball and Transport B Access. Then the funny stuff starts happening. GFMC Compound, Ship. Fireball. Dark Beam. Sank Entrance. Annihilator Beam. Incash 4. Amber Translator. Incash 2. Seeker Launcher. Sandcash. Super Missile. Doomed Entry. Echo Visor. Hydro Dynamo Station. Go mode. Go mode after your first major in Torvis. Why Randy would never. I think I even mentioned earlier in the race about how a hardy ethical echo seed is something like get a bunch of stuff in Aegon, get hints, get some stuff in Torvis, and then you're go mode. Or get some hints after some stuff in Torvis. And it kind of worked out that way. We have Sunburst on Steve's side. We also have Sonic Boom. We also have Annihilator. Rico ended up getting Light Beam, by the way. Makes sense to speed up the fight a little bit. A very easy seed, dude. Extremely easy. Should be the last shot. Okay. Whew. Almost got screwed there for a second. Oh, we lost cannon? Oh, Steve got cannon. I think Rico skipped it. Unless I'm missing something.
Going to get it at the when we kid. It's like main research is just so long, and we really had no reason to go to Upper Sang. So
Wait, who got cannon? It was Steve who got cannon. Yeah.
yeah, Steve has cannon.
Yeah.
Rika doesn't. Rika never went to Upper Sang, so didn't.
Cannon was on main research.
Yeah, main research. Yes, like they saw it, but they didn't get it.
Yeah, they just walked past it. Got Light Beam though.
It just takes so long to get if you're not coming in from Cat West.
This can get spooky. We have 2 E-Tanks. Oh boy. People have died here. Should be good though. There we go. Alright. Chat, are we Dork Samus enjoyers? Is Dork Samus going to show up today? That's Cat Human's name for Dark Samus 4. By the way,
Dork Samus?
Dork Samus, yes. Isn't it fantastic? Such a good name.
I just think it's dorky.
That's why it's perfect. Well, I don't know if Cat Human had a split for Dark Samus 3 and 4 as Dork Samus. And I just was like, oh yes, we need to make this a thing. When he was speedrunning, just had that as a split name. I'm like, this is wonderful. $25 shots plus a melon. A lemon, not a melon. I always flip those. For Annihilator, and then for Dark Beam, it's like super, and then 3 Dark Beam shots, I believe, right? For DS3. Super and 3 Dark Beam. Oh, oopsie. I think we super missiled. I think that is a instant center. Oh, yep. There we go. Dork Samus.
Ooh.
Now, if Steve routed Under Temple correctly, this would be close, but I think it's...
Yeah, this will be closer if Steve got Thunder Temple first pass.
Did
Instead
Dork
of
Samus just give us
hoping
2?
for-
Wow.
For gravity boost.
Dork Samus just gave us 2 phase-on shots immediately. It was very generous of her. No, Steve, we have sunbursts. Oh. That shot worked? Alright. Good to know. Steve only gets 1 shot off, but... See, I think it's... What, 3 more shots? 2 more shots on Dork Samus? Can't quite tell, the health bar is a little blurry. Okay, that's definitely 1 more shot left. In the meantime, Steve is on Emperor 2. Also lost cannon at some point. And I don't know when. Or did we just not pick it up? And we just like completely forgot. GG.
GG's.
Rico finishes with a time of 2 hours and 32 minutes and 27 seconds. I believe the race time room is 2 hours, 32 and 28.
Looks like Steve's going to finish their side as well.
Yep, we're pretty close.
Very, very close. I suspect this will be like a 2-minute difference. So
Yeah.
probably 3.
And if Steve doesn't get centered, then it could have been really close.
Yeah.
Steve is actually forfeited.
Right. And we get Rico in the booth. Welcome in.
GG's. Crazy, crazy seed. One of my favorites of reads. What do you think, Rico?
So that light beam wasn't logical for anything.
No,
Yep,
unless
you didn't
light
need
suit.
it.
Unless light suit is locked by light beam, but otherwise, yeah. Because technically you need light suit to beat the game, but in these settings.
Hmm.
Uh-oh. Steve might die. I think Steve's gonna die. Uh-oh. Yep, Steve died.
Oh.
Just as you joined. Hey, Steve.
Welcome in, Steve.
Welcome in,
Hello.
Steve. GG's.
GG's.
Considering how rough of a seat it was for you, you actually made it much closer than you would expect.
I get the feeling 2 or 3 routing mistakes would have made the difference, not to mention my dolphin deciding to crash.
Yeah.
Didn't help. But no, I'm...
Wait, did you crash?
Yeah, back about the hour mark, I had a crash about like 45 seconds or a minute after saving, which was fortunate, but still 45 minutes or 45 seconds to a minute plus a couple of things.
I got soft lock because of a bug I didn't know about.
Yeah, that was the blogs in training chamber. Apparently, if you morph or something while the cutscene is playing, you can't unmorph afterwards.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
funny game. But I think you saved in Hydro Dynamo save station, so I think it's okay.
Yeah, as I was going in there, I was saying to Ivy, I haven't saved in a while.
Thank God. Whew. But yeah, so let me just read out the logic chain for you guys, because this is just the funniest. So Powerbomb transport to Aegon, Emerald Translator GFMC box, which led to space jump and transport A access. Not a big deal so far. Screw attack and mining station access, missile launcher, which I think is what confused you Steve, in the early game. We'll get to that in a second. Missile launcher and wind chamber gateway. All right, kind of stinky, but required mains is not a thing yet, so we're good. Morphle Bomb Vanilla, Aegon Temple, which led to Boost Ball and Transport B access. And this is where the fun begins. Spider Ball, GFMC ship, Dark Beam, Dank entrance, Annihilator Beam in Cache 4, Amber Translator in Cache 2, Seeker Launcher, Sand Cache, Super Missile Doomed Entry, and then Echo Visor, Hydro Dynamo Station. Go mode, right after Echo Visor. First major of Torvis. Wow. We're about to see info on Light Suit, because the only thing that would make Light Beam not required is if Light Suit is not locked by it. If it is locked by Light Suit, then you guys are literally in logical go mode, picking up Echo Visor, and the main reactor Light Beam, which is hilarious, would have not been required, which is incredible. Yeah, thoughts on that? How about starting with you, Rico?
Well,
The file tried.
so
Light Beam was required, and Dark Beam, and
Nicer.
Dark Visor. Yeah.
Gravity Boost was the works.
Where was Dark Visor? I missed it.
Cache.
no, Defiled Shrine doesn't need Light Beam.
But Dark
It
Visor
needs
does.
Dark Visor, which is locked by
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Light Beam was logically required, and Dark Visor. Okay. The funniest thing would have been if Light Suit was not required at all, or like not locked by anything. That would have been amazing. Sorry, go ahead, Rico. Thoughts on the logic chain? How'd you guys handle it? Was it stressful?
We thought we were following it pretty closely. So the thing that really worried me was, so we had pieced together that missile launcher was, well, what we thought was missile launcher was in Gateway. So
Yeah.
we just we just ignored that and kept going because it was out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
But as I'm going through Aegon and finishing up everything there, it dawns on me that this could have been a fully logical chain where it was Amber in Gateway to get missile launcher in Sand Cache.
Yeah.
So I was really hoping that did turn out to be missile launcher, because if that was Amber, I think I probably would have lost.
Well, if it was Amber, the only thing it would have done is if one of you guys picked it up, you guys would have gotten hints earlier, and the Amber hints kinda sucked, if I remember correctly. Yeah, you got a mining plaza hint for Hydro Dynamo in Major.
Actually, no, the Amber hints were really good because that was how we figured out that we could skip all of Torvis.
Because the gravity boost was in. So the Amber hints were Aegon keys, a Major and Hydro Dynamo, gravity boost exactly 4 from Light Beam, Hive keys, and Dark Visor. So could you?
Yeah. So once we got the Violet hint that Light Beam was in sync, we knew from the Amber hints that there was nothing in Torvis for us except for Echo, which had to be the Major in Hydro Dynamo.
It could have been Light Suit.
Could have been Light Suit. It could have been Grapple Beam. It didn't end up being it, but it could have been Grapple Beam. It's very
we saw
rare,
it
but it
along
might be
the way.
possible that it's a dark burst.
Grapple meme was on Corvus
Corvus
Energy
Energy.
Controller.
Corvus Energy, yeah.
But yeah, no, that's
Okay, so after the amber, so after you realized the amber, but like, were you? We're actually the most curious about this because we only figured this out during commentary, which was funny. Did you know that Worms was not logical until supers? Because we didn't realize this. Like, we thought Worms were logical as soon as you guys picked up Spider Ball and GFMC. But then I asked Nye, I'm like, hey Nye, do you remember the combat logic for Worm by chance? And he looks it up and he goes, oh my god, Worms is not logical. It's Sank Entrance. Sank Entrance has to be progression. Did you guys figure that out? Did you guys know that by chance? That Worms is not
No,
logical. Okay.
we thought worms were logical.
Okay.
I had an inkling, just based on the ability to output damage, because by that point, the best, until you get supers, the best you got is charged beam or missile shots, and that's a long Worms fight.
Yeah.
Because health, I figured, vanilla game, you're expected to do that fight with like 2 or 3 E-tanks anyways.
Yeah, 2 or 3 E-tanks and no suit.
Yeah. But you have light beam at that point
Yes.
in the vanilla game. So
that's
and light beam
what
speeds up the fight significantly.
I had personally thought. I had mischecked in my own brain for Sank Entrance, thinking, okay, no, I've got boost and I've got power bombs, and it's like that's on the table. And then finding Spider on top of GFMC's ship was like, ooh, yeah, I do need that for Dank Entrance, and that just confirmed it. Although I did sidetrack for Wind Chamber at that point to finally find logical missiles, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, which you guys got confused about. You guys sat there in Central Mining Station for a little while, just being like, "Where have we forgotten something?"
Mm-hmm.
And that was my next sort of question, like for you specifically. You lost track of logic at that point, and when did you pick it back up? Right when you picked up right when you saw the miss launcher, was it like, oh, that's where it was. Now everything's in track, or were you still a little bit lost as to what the logic was?
Still a little bit lost because actually, on our end, our thought for logical missile launcher was going to be Hive Chamber B. We thought that's where we would find it, due to power bombs.
Yeah, we had narrowed it down to Gateway or Hive Chamber B. So when Hive Chamber B wasn't anything, we knew it was Gateway, and that's when we decided to just turn back to Aegon.
Yeah.
Can Hive Chamber B have missiles in this setup without?
Yes.
You need?
You would need either Screw Attack or Annihilator.
Oh, that's right, because you can Screw Attack over the
and we had Screw
and
Attack.
That's beginner. I didn't realize that was beginner. I think I remember that last race. Yeah. But then after that, I think you guys lost track of the logic before Incash 2 again. Is that right, Steve? Because you guys were kind of lost. You went to Meeting Grounds and got the funny light beam hint, and then eventually found your way back to Incash 4, I think.
Yeah,
I think they
also
lost
a bit of
way.
me,
Like they got Annihilator, but they didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah. I think that
got
was it.
the Annihilator back there. I was kind of rushing because at that point I felt comfortable with doing worms. And then I believe we did worms at that point, and it's just me not wanting to check Incash 2 all the way in the back.
And then you did Storage C, I believe, and then you guys save worked.
Yeah. That's another thing that I spent the time to do Storage C, thinking, all right, now, if I've already got a read on my hand, maybe it's a double dip on this room.
Because after Incash 4, I think the only logical checks were Storage C, Incash 2, and Phase on Grounds. All of them terrible. Yeah.
I think we were a little nervous about that Phase on Grounds.
I had warped back to start and checked Phase on Grounds pretty early, found Sunburst there.
Yeah, that was, we were like,
wait, there was Sunburst there?
Yeah,
oh my god.
Yeah.
Did you guys panic and think it was light beam, and then you were like, "Oh my god!" And then you got closer.
Why I started screw attack towards there.
Oh
and
no!
Then, as soon as I started the screw attack, I realized no, that is not.
That is cruel.
That's Sunburst.
That is cruel. The Sank entrance hint was nice. Annihilator Beam and Dark Aegon Waste. That was at least kind of nice, but like the chat and comms, we were having a great. I know this was hard for you guys because this is like the logic was terrible in the early game, but the possibilities were absolutely hysterical. Like we were like, oh, what happens if light suits and Sank entrance and feeding pit light beam and like just all these hilarious outcomes. And I think the dark beam Sank entrance was easily just the topping of the cake. It was this one was a good one by Reed. This one's a rough one. Hard to play, but hilarious to watch. We'll tell you that. We had a good time over here.
How
Okay,
close
so
were
that
you
answers.
guys?
Say again.
How close were they?
Oh, just a few minutes actually. I think what actually could have what could have turned this race around is if Steve did Under Temple before going to Sank,
Yeah.
because
I
Rico
have
got
watched
instantly
that.
centered. Because I think
Yep.
you accidentally super missiled when you didn't want to.
No, I wanted to.
Oh,
Oh,
do you know that should get you centered?
It doesn't get you centered. If you've brought it down to the right spot, it can, but it usually doesn't, and you can just do the dark beams.
okay.
I have to test that. I'm pretty sure the only thing that's consistent is screw attack or dark beam, if I remember correctly.
I've seen Dark Beam. People do it with Dark Beam. Let me get the damage values. Actually, there's a damage table
So-
somewhere.
Quick question for the other side of the board. How many E did you wind up with at the end of the game?
4.
Final. Okay, so we were
Yeah,
both
about
in
the same.
boat there.
But yeah, we were curious about why you decided to go to Sank before Under Temple. Were you just concerned that it wasn't that you couldn't do it without like what why
So I can't truly explain that one based off of either the idea of some part. The only thing I can truly think of in the back of my brain is the idea of I correlated that light beams there, STK's there, grav is 4 from light beam. Maybe I'm lucky it's on the way. And maybe I can do this with grav in hand so I don't have to try funky stuff. But I mean that's kind of it, but also by the time I was in the middle of popping the door, I think it was more muscle memory from based off of other things. Just all of a sudden, here I am already heading towards the door, and it's like, wait. And I've got a Soaring Wyvern was my mentor on this one, and even he's like, what the heck you doing? I'm like, crap. Well, I'm already on my way here.
So do you know what the correct thing to do would be there? Because you can't open Hydro Dynamo Station fully, otherwise you'll soft lock. You'd have to go into Training Chamber, go to Catacombs, take that portal. Which actually, wait a second. Yeah, it is logical with light. Wait a second. Hold on. Did we think about this for a second? I don't think you can open. Maybe light beam was logically required without light
Let's say
suit.
without shenanigans, that one's an interesting one because you'd have.
Yeah, I think light beam's required to get
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, light beam would be because
Yeah,
you would
okay,
need
we
to
forgot
either
about that.
grab light beam and grav or just light beam because light beam would get you access
The
to the
crypt.
portal in Gathering Chamber.
You would get to crypt and then you can build it. Okay, so
Yeah.
but you'd have to do some tricks. You'd either but considering the fact that you were going for air underwater, we were like, why not do this in
Yeah. There's a
Catacombs?
path that does require light beam. You need to rotate Training Chamber preemptively, then open up Hydrodynamo Station, take the portal in I believe it's main Hydro Chamber, and then
Okay.
exit out through dungeon because you already rotated the
Training chamber thing.
the
Okay, yeah,
training
sorry.
chamber. No, wait, you can't do Transtalies backwards without Grav. No, never mind then. Yeah, you can't do
Is it
Transtalies.
logical to escape through the dungeon portal into I guess that's the real question. Is it logical to escape through the dungeon portal
I believe yes, it is.
without
Because
any choice?
I had a seed once where that was the only way I could get my start was in Dark Torvus, and that was the only way I could get out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, with a Dark Travis start, that is the only way out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So was logical with light suit just very roundabout way? You first have to make sure that you don't get yourself soft locked in training chamber, then do all of the puzzle. But even then, I don't think you need light beam for that logically.
You don't. The problem is you can't do Transit Tunnel East backwards without gravity boost, so you'd still have to get that.
Okay. I will say though, the fact that you died had kind of a more disastrous early game than Rico, and still made it within 2 minutes is actually kind of crazy. And I think the play that really did it was ignoring Amber entirely. You guys got Mining Plaza, you guys got Portal Terminal, and then went screw the rest of them. We're not gonna waste our time on on Mining Station B or Aegon Energy. We're just gonna go to Torvus, and that was a good play because then that routed beautifully into hints. You could death warp right back to the save station, and you were back in Torvus, and you were at Great Bridge around the time Rico was in Lower Torvus. Like, that made up an enormous amount of time, and it was a really great play. And it might have brought you back into the race if I think the Undertumble play was done.
Yeah.
So I think you got to pat yourself on the back because of that one, because I think that was a really, really good play.
Yeah. No, I'm still kind of kicking myself about Storage C, but
I don't think you should. Storage C was fine. Rico did Storage C as well. It was fine. Because it's like right there anyway. None of the checks after Ingash 4 were good. Not a singular one of them.
yeah, no, I know, like, because as you define the logic chain, it was a lot of back and forth to just, but
I think you played well considering the circumstances. Like the fact that this was this close is actually, I think you should be. I think you made, like, you didn't give up even though a lot of things were going wrong, and you almost just barely got rewarded for it. I think you should. I think you should. I think that's good. I think you played well.
well, thank you.
Rico, you too. You played well. A lot smoother. Worked out. And the conservative going for Amber stuff, that's fine. It just didn't work out. Amber was yeah.
No, I disagree. Like, the Amber hints actually did inform our routing. If we didn't get those hints, we wouldn't have done the route we did.
What route would you have done?
We probably would have checked a lot more of Upper Torvus because we wouldn't have had good intel on where Echo was, potentially.
What more of Upper Torvus could you have done? Oh, you have boost and dark. Well, no, you can't get past Underground Tunnel. You did the most you can in Upper Torvus without Light Beam. Light Beam locks a lot in Upper Torvus.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
There's a light beam door on both sides of that.
Yeah. Light Beam locks the entire second half of... It locks off Forgotten Bridge, locks off Plaza side and Grove side completely.
Yeah.
And even so, doing more of Upper Torvus, it's not a big deal.
I think Portal Chamber was the only other thing that could have been seen in there, and if that was something of worth, and good lord,
That wouldn't have
the
been accessible
shenanigans.
without Light Beam.
I
Yeah.
was about to say the shenanigans you'd need to get in there without Light Beam.
You could do a secret world. A simple
Yep.
secret world, screw attack secret world, and a secret world to get out pretty easily. It wouldn't be too bad, I think. One of the simpler secret worlds, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think Totally, Soaring Wyvern. The fact that you guys were a couple minutes apart is like pretty great. I think you both did a great job. I think that's it for us. I don't have any other comments. Nah, you got anything?
Nope.
Steve, Rico, any final thoughts before we head out?
No, GG's to everyone, and yeah, good race.
Yeah, thanks to Soaring Wyvern and Ivy for helping us out. Bot's a little messed up today. It's not letting me type our commentators. Thank you, Nye, for commentating with me. Tomorrow we got 2 races, one at 10 a.m. That is 11 hours from now.
I
Exactly.
believe it's Era Racer versus the Gengar Chris.
And then after that, at 3, which is 5 hours after that, we have McCollier versus Nistrata. So check out the schedule for that. Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks to the mentors, they're a big help, and we'll see you all next mission. Bye bye.
See you all next mission.